days to election 2020. This is your election headquarters. Good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6 with me, Benis Abubeidulansa. Electoral violence is a crime punishable by years in prison. Avoid it. The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi, affiliates across Ghana including Volta Premier Hall, and worldwide at myjoyonline.com. Coming up, former President Mahama serves notice the NDC will police every stage of the election process as he re-echoes his lack of trust in the EC.
This is our battle for Ghana's future. Let's embrace it like our very lives depend on it.
We'll also hear from the EC chairperson who is concerned that former President Mahama, who is the NDC's flag bearer, did not personally turn up to file his nomination on Wednesday. Also in this bulletin, the big Ejumako Enyanesiam debate.
Put this question to him. What has he done directly in the constituency? But I can put on authority that everything he's done is ordinary.
Among all of them, he is the lightest of all them. And he'll see his smoothness level pretty soon. The bragging must stop.
Constituency debate show The Battleground is back tonight with a focus on the race between Dr. Kwesi Rashid Tuafol and Dr. Kesil Atoforsen.
In business, economy to grow strongly by 4.8% next year. We'll tell you more on the Joy Business Report.
And it's the grand finale of the 2020 National Science and Maths Quiz.
We are stronger than apartheid. We are coming. We are come to win the final. People are risky. Other boys, we don't do aims, but or maybe. We do only absolute. And Adisada is the best known in the country.
It's a battle for the bragging rights at Adisado College, Opokuwari School, and Presec Legon Lockhorns later today. Thanks for your company. The details now. Former President John Mahama has served notice the National Democratic Congress, NDC, will police every stage of the election process to ensure the sanctity of the polls. Whilst re-echoing his lack of trust in the Electoral Commission, the former president, who is also the NDC's flag bearer, told a rally at Amwakrom in the Western North region that he expects the Electoral Commission to operate above reproach. We'll hear from him shortly. First, though, a wrap of nomination filings at the EC headquarters on Wednesday, at which Chairperson Jen Mensah raised concerns over the absence of the NDC's flag bearer.
NDC's General Secretary Johnson Assedin Katia was expected to file the party's flag bearer's nomination forms at 11 a.m. But the party didn't show up until 4:15 p.m., some 45 minutes to the end of the filing of nomination. Chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jen Mensah, expressed disappointment over former President Mahama's absence at the EC's head office.
As a commission, we would have wished that the flag bearer of the NDC, former President John Dramani Mahama, and or his vice presidential candidate, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, would have been here personally to present their nomination forms, as it would have allowed us an opportunity to engage, particularly with the former president, on some of his concerns which we have noted in the media.
But Mr. Assedin Katia says Madam Jen Mensah's concerns are unfounded.
The flag bearer can come or he can choose his representative to come. So if you have, why? Has he written to the flag bearer to come and address some concerns? What type of this thing is that?
The NDC's General Secretary Johnson Asiedu Nketia ending a wrap of event at the EC's headquarters on Wednesday. Let's now hear from John Dramani Mahama, who is flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress.
We are determined, and the Electoral Commission, and indeed no institution or anybody can and should try to subvert the will of the Ghanaian people. We have had concerns to draw the Commission's attention to many instances of infraction and actions that have not satisfied us. While we're expecting the Commission will live above reproach, I want to assure you all that the NDC is very well prepared, and we will police the ballots from all polling stations, through the constituencies, to the regional, and finally to the National Collation Center.
The NDC's flag bearer, former President John Dramani Mahama. Let's stay a while with political news. President Akufo-Addo has descended heavily on the opposition NDC, saying it performed poorly in the Upper East region during periods it led the affairs of the country. He says his administration's achievements over the last 3 years in the region supersedes what the NDC has done in the Upper East in 25 years. He was speaking at Zebila in the Boku West district.
We don't see the handwork. We don't see the work they have done in this area to change the conditions of life of the people. In the 3.5 years that the MPP has been in office, we can see the changes that are taking place in the Upper East. And that is why we've come before you to ask you that the time has come to change the equation.
Now, the NPP's Dr. Kwesi Rashid Etuafo will on December 7 be seeking to recapture the Ejumako Enyan Esiam seat the party has failed to win since 2008. He argues NDC MP Dr. Kaisi Olato-Forson has failed to ensure development in the area. Dr. Forson, however, disagrees, insisting he will be retained, while the two men will be live on Joy FM at 8 p.m. on the battleground. Here's something to tease you.
That in-house bill crane, that in-house problem that we have, that has caused this our seat, it seems to have been patched. It seems to have been solved. We can only lose the seat when we are fighting. This year we can assure you that there's nothing like that. Put this question to him. What has he done directly in the constituency? But I can put an authority that everything he's done is ordinary.
Let no one create impression outside the constituency that is heavily contested. I do not see it. And I can assure you, by the end of December 7th, 2020, Olato-Forson and the NDC will hold the Ejumako Enyan Esiam. He is the lightest of all the weight.
So do make a date with us at 8 p.m. for the battleground with Emefa Apau. Is set for the grand finale of the 2020 National Science and Maths Quiz. Opoku Wari School at Isado College and Presec Legon are in battle today. Some Ghanaians say this afternoon's contest is not just a competition between three boys' schools, but a battle for superiority between three regions and guess what? Churches. Yes. We'll take you live to the venue for the build-up. First, Maxwell Agbagba with how the teams made it this far.
Two-time winners of the NSMQ trophy, and you're on the way to win it for another time. I'm really excited. We are stronger than apartheid. We are coming. We are come to win the final. People are risky. Emmanuel Stewart dominate. This is it. This is the moment at this other college they've been waiting for. At this other boys, we don't do aims, but or maybes. We do only absolutes. And at this other is the best school in the country. Presec Legon has made history. The margin was so huge. They've made it to the grand finale of the 2020 National Science and Maths Quiz.
Now let's take you to the venue of the quiz, which will happen later today in the afternoon. Maxwell Agbagba is there for us. Maxwell, what's the mood on the ground?
Well, the excitement is already building up, and if you interact with people, they tell you that it's a battle between three regions, like you already mentioned, because Opoku Wari School is based in the Ashanti region, Presec Legon in the Greater Accra region, and at this other college in the Central region. Some persons I've interacted with who schooled in the Central region tell me they are convinced the Central region will assert its dominance as the citadel of education in Ghana. Some Presecans I spoke to also say they continue to be the shining light for the region, and that history will be made today. Some former students of Opoku Wari School also tell me that they are taking the trophy to Santa America, which is a fusion of Santase and, Comerica. And for those who are saying that it's a competition between three churches, they are saying that because they are all missionary schools. Opoku Wari School is a Catholic school, Presec Legon a Presbyterian school, and at this other college, an Anglican school. Now, this is what people have told me, Dennis, but I'll add that it is also a battle of superiority between three former champions. Presec Legon, they've won it 5 times, hoping to win it for a 6th time. Opoku Wari School has won it twice, and Adisco has been to 5 consecutive finals in 6 years, but won the trophy only once, Dennis.
I can imagine what will happen later today. Do join us on the Joy News channel on Multi-TV, DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Build Up starts at 1 p.m. and the contest begins at 2. You don't want to miss it. Don't worry if you're not able to get us on your television. We are live on Facebook. Joy News on TV and Joy 99.7